Here we are in Devil's Lake near Lincoln City on the coast. This is my second outing with the Hobie adventure. Come about here. It's as simple as throwing the tiller over, since the main is self-tending. That hotel off in the distance there is one of the resort hotels right on the beach. Never had a sailboat that was as easy to tack as this one. The only thing that's a little awkward is that the tiller is just a little thumb paddle here. And unlike most sailboats, or most boats that have a tiller, you point it in the direction you want to go rather than the opposite direction. Usually with a tiller you pull it to the right side to go left and vice versa. Well, this one, you want to go to the right, you point the tiller to the right. So that takes a little getting used to for a long time sailor. So the Hobie Mirage kayaks are made so they can be pedaled with these pedals here. Underneath there's little flippers. Just, oh, there's a good gust. Gonna pick right up there. Obviously don't need a pedal when you get a gust like that. These Lamas can be taken off, and this can be used just like a regular kayak, but they sure provide some stability. It's a pretty good sized sail. Quite a bit bigger than the sail on the little kayak that I started out with this spring. This is more of a dedicated sailor. Getting close to shore here, so we'll do another tack. Generally only one of the two Lamas is in the water at a time. Winds are probably going to get a little fluky here because of those trees on shore. Right here behind those trees is Devil's Lake State Park, which is a really nice little, well, here's where the pedals come in handy. When you get stuck in irons, unlike on a catamaran where you have to back it out, here you just pedal a few times and around the corner you go. Devil's Lake State Park is right, actually almost in town, in Lincoln City. Well, it's a nice little park that has campgrounds and a little boat dock, and it's only blocks from the beach as well. It's a good thing that sailing, this is a one-handed proposition. It allows me to use the other one for camera work. Here's a little creek, goes off into a subdivision. With a regular kayak I could probably try that, but with these Lamas I'm afraid I might get a little tight. So the Lamas can be folded back against the hull You wouldn't want to do that with the sail up, but right down the base of the sail you can see that it's roller furling, so I could very quickly furl the sail and then pedal or paddle. Unfortunately, they're still, even when they're pulled in, there's a fair bit of width that you have to extend the paddle over, so it's not really practical to paddle the boat with a double-ended paddle when the Lamas are pulled into the boat. But it does help with getting into docks and other tight places. This arm of the lake, which is the closest to Highway 101, is where last year I launched my rowing kayak. Didn't take any video of that. See, here's a situation where I could just tack back and forth and take me forever, but with the pedals I can just go dead into the wind and get through this narrow opening. It's almost like having an auxiliary outboard on your boat. These Mirage kayaks come in all different kinds of models. There's two Trimarans like this. Mine is the one person. It's called the Adventure Island. There's also a Tandem Island, which is a two-person boat, which is what I'd like to have next, I guess. Be nice to be able to go out with somebody else. There's also a centerboard here. It's not quite in the center, it's off to one side a little bit. So you can use the flippers for a centerboard. If you stop in where they're right next to each other, they're sticking straight down and they act kind of as a centerboard. But right here below me there's a deep dagger board so that you can sail this without having the pedals in. It's probably a little bit more efficient if you take the pedals out. You get a smoother surface under the boat. Here you can see the bridge with 101. I don't think I'll go too far in here because there's several rocks and shallows. Turn around and run out of here. So I'll shut this off for a while. Come back to it later maybe.